Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of me being weird for no good reason. Today we're going to be talking about another top 10 animatronics, but we're going to be talking about the top 10 water animatronics or underwater animatronics. And for me, these are really kind of scary because imagine you fall off of it and there's all this stuff that makes the animatronic go crunching under the water. That's not what I like to think about. But also, these are the best because imagine you fall off and all that stuff's crunching under the water. It's kind of cool. Anyway, and also they have to do maintenance. Okay. Anyway, let's get right into it. So for number 10, this is in order, by the way, from my least favorite to my most favorite. I have the bear from the Mine Train Through Nature's Wonderland. Now, here's what's so cool about this bear. In 1956, Disney came out with a ride called Rainbow Cabin's Mine Train that was opened in Frontierland in Disney World, and it was part of the Living Desert. And so eventually they renovated it to be this mine train through nature's wonderland, and they had over 200 animatronics in there. And some are cute, you know, like you have your little bunny animatronic or whatever, but look at this bear. He's coming out of the water. They're not supposed to do that. They're robots. Robots can't go underwater. And it just really ruffles my feathers. Eventually the ride closed down in 1977 to make room for Big Thunder Mountain. And you made me think, Elizabeth, what's so special about these stupid robots? They buried them under the roller coaster. 200 good robots. They just mashed them up and buried them under the roller coaster. First of all, ew. Guts. Anyway. Yeah. Coming in for number 9, I could not find anything about this crocodile except that it comes from Watermouth Castle. I don't know where that is or anything. And I'll just show you a video of what it looks like. Ooh. That's all I could find on it. I couldn't find anything. Coming in at number 8 is something I've seen with my own 2 eyes. It is the mermaids in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. So they were added in October 2012, but they were turned off during October 2015. So basically there was a small little motor in the water and it was supposed to emulate a tail. I saw it. It was really cool. You'd look to the side of the boat and you'd see this little mermaid splash tail and you're like, the mermaid's in there. And so apparently the projectors that they had to project on it to make the light of the mermaid tail rarely worked. And apparently the little motor that made the mermaid tail, do you guys like how I keep doing this? Apparently that rarely worked too. But I mean, in the times I did go on it, I almost always saw it. I guess I didn't ride it that often. I thought it was really cool. But the reason this is a thing for me is because I always thought that they took it out because people kept reaching their hands in there and being like, ow! And I thought that's why they took it out, but no. For number 7, we have the sea serpent from the Submarine Voyage ride in Disneyland. So before there was the ride 2000 Leagues Under the Sea, there was a ride in 1959 in Disneyland that was kind of the same thing. They eventually took it away in 1999, but there was this little sea serpent guy, and I like him. I think he's cute and cool, and I like his goofy little face. So eventually when they took him out, they gave him to a collector. I don't know why they didn't give him to me. That's really messed up, but to each their own. So anyway, yeah, I like him. So now for number 6, we're going to talk about the sea serpent's evil twin brother, the sea serpent from the 2000 Leagues Under the Sea ride. Ooh, alright. This ride opened in October 1971, and it closed in 1994 because they had a lot of problems with the rides. They couldn't work the air conditioning on the actual submarine ride, and there was a lot of problems due to water damage. You couldn't hear the speakers anymore, and people were actually passing out because of them not being able to control the air pressure inside the submarine. But anyway, they closed it, and you'd think they'd take the little robots out of the water. They left them in there for 10 years. 10 years they left those little scary robots under there. And they finally drained the lagoon in 2004, and it was all destroyed, obviously, because you don't leave something underwater for 10 years. Imagine you're walking around, you dive in there, and you're like, that's gross. For number 5, we're going to be talking about the shark from the Jaws ride. Now, I've been on the Jaws ride. It's really cool. I like it. It opened in 1990, but it is closed. They closed it in 2012 to make room for Harry Potter World. I could care less about Harry Potter World. I want the Jaws shark back. So basically, you know, they put the ride in and they used this company called Ride and Show Engineering, and they did not make them right. They didn't have enough waterproofing in the shark, and he broke down all the time. And eventually, Universal sued them. So anyway, they opened the ride back up in 2005, and it was kind of just like a seasonal thing for like when the park got busy. But a lot of people complained about it. After they made renovations in 2007, he opened up full time. There was the case when somebody fell in the water during the ride, came face to face with the shark, but that will be in my next video, so like and subscribe down below. Shut up. Number 4, this is where it gets really exciting. We have an animatronic named Bertha the bunyip. So Bertha the bunyip is located in Murray Bridge, Australia, and it was created by Dennis Newell in 1972. This is what it looks like. Very cool. Like her. She's cool. She's terrifying. In 1982, they gave her a little baby. This is what they look like together. They're very cute, and I like them. But as you can see, that is so scary. So also apparently at one point somebody vandalized the little baby. Why would they do that? Okay, so in 2000 they refurbished him. They made him look cute and new and less scary. In 2017, he turns completely black from an oil leak in the Murray Bridge. But in 2018, he's back to new. So all it is you put a little quarter in, and he comes up from the seawater and makes a funny noise. And I'll put a video. Number 3 is the Loch Ness Monster animatronic. So this one's weird. Okay, weird. So in 2004, a company called Fire TV Documentary Team they were big on cinematic like TV effects, and they were trying to convince people that there was something in the lake, so they constructed a big animatronic thing, Loch Ness Monster, and they named it Lucy. The only problem is Lucy fell to the bottom of the lake, so it was a failure. But 600 people were like, I saw the Loch Ness Monster, so that's pretty cool. But they just left her in there. That's gross. Number 2, Moby Dick Hunt, the big Moby Dick animatronic. Okay, so Pleasure Island opened in June 1959. And they put in this really, really cool like show thing of this huge Moby Dick whale that came up from the bottom of the lagoon. And so basically they had to put him at a giant track on the bottom of the lagoon, which I already don't like the sound of. And he needed maintenance a lot because it's a humongous whale animatronic. And, you know, we opened this, oh my God. But also, since there was the track at the bottom of the lagoon, when they were doing maintenance on him, they could just wheel him right out of the water, which is so good. Because imagine they have to dive down in there and work on him. So basically, the park closed in 1969, but they just left him under there. They just left the gigantic whale under the water. And some people were like, no, they like took him out and he's just on the land. But a bunch of people were like, no, they left him under there. You can see him. And I know they left him under there. Number 1, it's the Yeti, but I photoshopped him underwater. I love the Yeti, as you probably know. He consistently beats all other things, so I didn't want to disrespect him, so I just put him underwater, and yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you liked. I really like doing videos on this stuff. It's really interesting to me. Sorry that I kind of played with my hair the whole time, but, you know, I hope you like it. Bye.